and Transportation on this Thursday evening. We have a number of bills on our list, although you'll be happy to know that some of them have been taken off. I decided early on to try to get you the list as soon as possible, understanding that there would be some changes, but I wanted to give folks as much time as possible to read through things and come prepared. So that is why it is it will vary from time to time. And along those lines, HB 7 and HB 550 are off today's list. Those are on hold, as is HB 700, 1038, and 1173. So I'll let you know as we go through them, but just wanted to flag that for you up front. So we will be starting with HB 435, Prince George's Speed Monitoring Systems, Route 210. You all will remember this is an exceedingly dangerous highway. They've had a lot of accidents and fatalities on this highway. They had 3 speed cameras before, and the policy of the committee is, in order to get speed cameras, you have to show that it is an exceedingly dangerous area. There is a sunset on it. There has to be a the Wyville Amendment, the Patrick, what is it? Real-time speed posting. Thank you. I couldn't come up with the word, to show motorists how fast they're going. And so it had all that. And then also the money has to go back to that area to fix it. We heard from the folks in Prince George's County, as well as, I can't remember if it was SHA, but we heard from people some of the things that they have done in this area, but it's still exceedingly dangerous. So with that, they came to us asking for 10 cameras. You see in the draft that you got earlier, 6 cameras. And so I'll open it up. Thoughts, discussions, comments? Yes, Delegate Davis.
Thank you. I've got, as the person who lives south of 210 and have to travel through 210 to get the heck out of Charles County. I just want to, I have an opinion, but I just want to offer some different stuff.
Okay.
First of all, at 14 cameras, which, as you know, has been changed, there'd be a camera every 1.4 miles, first of all.
I'm sorry, Delegate Davis, it's not 14. It's a total. They came in asking for 10. It will be a total of 6. There will only be 6 for that entire 14.
And who made that amendment that was offered later?
That was a discussion that I had with Patrick and with the chair. And so we've reviewed the testimony and the evidence and thought that 10 was too much, but 6 with the option of stationary or mobile.
Okay, let me just offer some things for discussion. Okay. There have been several deaths. Several of them have been pedestrians, not caused by speed. There was also a big one that 9 people died, and it was in Charles, it was right on the Charles County Prince George's line, and it was 9 years ago, and it was a big road race, and they dove into pedestrians standing on the side of the road. So I think the numbers that they presented, I would submit that the numbers that they have presented are a little skewed, or they lead to you to believe other things. I've got some more notes. It is also a constant traffic jam, no matter what time you come through there. I don't know who's speeding unless they're speeding on the side, because it is constant traffic jam there at all times. It is simply, I believe, it's a tax on people from the South. The speed cameras now are clocking people at 176 miles or whatever they said. And what's being done about it? I mean, it doesn't seem, if you're not writing tickets, it doesn't seem that it is going to slow people down if they're going fast anyway, because you can't go fast on 210 on either direction at any time. Oh, unless maybe it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I find it overburdensome. I think it's a tax on Charles County people. And did we discuss whether it's going to be stationary or not?
To the last part, we were giving them the option of stationary or mobile. But that's very helpful. Thank you, Delegate Davis.
Yeah.
Yes, Delegate Jacobs.
Thank you. Could you tell me where it has a sunset in the bill? You mentioned sunset when we were getting into this. You said there's certain criteria we follow.
Yeah, Patrick? Patrick, you're on mute.
Sorry, it's in the amendment.
Okay.
Do you have the reprint?
Yes, I do.
It's page 3, lines 20 through 23. The brackets are stricken and the dates changed.
So it's a 10-year sunset?
Well, we're 5 years in, so it's 5 more years.
Okay. Thank you.
Other thoughts, comments? Both on the bill and the number of cameras.
And
Yes,
I should mention the
Morgan.
report. We had a report requirement in the previous one, and it was actually pretty well done. It was only one report in 2021, and it was informative. This report is an annual report so that we can keep up with it instead of just having one report.
Thank you.
What does the
Delegate
report
Morgan?
show? Thank you. I'm sorry. What did the report show?
It talked about the projects that they used, that they put in, and the changes that they made. It's in the fiscal note. It's linked in the fiscal note.
Thank you.
Delegate Morgan?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I think anything we do to improve safety and help people out with these speed cameras is probably a good thing. Whether, I see where it says here that it's going to go to 6. Some will be portable, some will be mobile. I see the sunset clause, and if we don't do something, it's going to get worse. So do we just sit there and ignore it? Or do we do something proactively, which is what the delegation seems to want to be able to do, and we go from there?
Yeah.
Yes, Delegate Guyton.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If we're polling, I am fine with the bill as written, as amended.
As amended? Okay. Other thoughts, comments?
Can I say something real quick?
Please.
I wanted to ask, Prince George's delegation is meeting tomorrow morning. If Delegate Healy could possibly get this onto the agenda, that might be good for.
I will, as soon as this meeting's over, I will call the chairman and ask him if we can address this quickly
Okay,
in the morning.
that'd be great.
Okay.
That's a hold.
No,
we can vote.
We can vote, and then I'll take it to the delegation in the morning. Because it still has to go before the full committee, before it's a final action.
Okay.
We will not move it out of the committee without the Prince George's letter, but we can
Right.
vote on it.
Delegate Guyton, did you have something else, or is your hand up from before? Okay.
And one more thing, we still require that the money from these fines go to remedying the engineering problems on that highway.
Correct.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yes, Delegate Stewart.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, if we're polling, I like this bill. I'm going to vote for it with the amendments. And I especially like the provision that the revenue is going to be allotted to fixing the road. I think that's something that hasn't been done enough throughout the state. And I think when we don't use the revenue from these cameras to pump back in to the roads themselves, we are only promoting the view that this is just about revenue generation and not about safety. And this is, obviously one of the most problematic, if not the most problematic road in the state. And I think what I like the most about it is that I think we might finally, because of this revenue, be able to get a long-term structural solution to a road that desperately needs it.
Thank you. Anybody else have any comments they want to make? Okay, is there a motion on the amendments?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I hear a motion in a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, on the bill as amended.
Move favorable.
Second.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Delegate Davis and Delegate Jacobs. Got it. Okay.